Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Prohire Truck TV. As always, we're standing in the rain or sometimes sunshine, but we're out and about. And today we're going to look at something we've been working on for a while. It's just come back in from its second or third demonstration. I can't remember which, but it's something which is actually a little bit different again. So yes, it's a Maxus, and we showcase the Maxus on a number of occasions. But of course, they do make some quality electric vehicles. This is the Maxus chassis cab, but on the back of it, we've got ourselves a little frozen box. Now this box has been designed on height and weight to offer a multi-drop frozen solution, last mile delivery. And of course, when you start talking about how we can make these things work and deliver the most, 650 kilos of payload at -21 multi-drop. Now of course it's last mile, London, Manchester, Birmingham, etc. But 140 miles of range, -21, urban delivery, full frozen. And again, what we've done with this box is make it so it's fully interchangeable. So if you do look at the box and this chassis cab, after a number of years starting to be worn out, 5, 6, 7 years, it's 6-8 bolts swapping straight on. Unit, the box, everything electric, straight onto a new chassis. So really sustainable. And I have to say, I think really well thought out, considering what we have to work with. Not many of these, well, it's the only one of its type, but again, of course, completely doable. Quite a good space too. 7 cubic meters or so. Put this back, hold it on. Of usable frozen space. Now this has been out, I would say, since last November on various customers and proven to be extremely successful. So we're extremely pleased with it. Of course, the guys at Solomon's, amazing job as always, and Anthony Clegg and Neil Ormerod did a sterling job of turning something round, which effectively was, I'm not saying a back of a fag packet, but clearly we hadn't really done anything like this before, and we're pleased the way it's turned out. Using slam lock technology, as you see on the bigger boxes, so you're disposing of the doors. Again, central urban delivery, in the back, out, really, really good. So why don't we take this little beastie for a run and just see what we feel about it. A good bit of kit. Into reverse, fully automatic as we've come to expect, and off we go. Yeah, I think one of the major faults of certainly the eDeliver 3 for me is their really rubbish radio, and it is the most rubbish radio that's ever been put in a van. But hey ho, if that's the only thing you can complain about, then I suppose I can take that. Really quick, great bit of kit. About 145 miles of range, driven well, urban delivery. Again, when you're looking in London or we're looking in Manchester or Liverpool, Birmingham, these big cities, 140 miles is a fairly long way. And that's including operating the fridge. Now, fridge is going to take about 7 or 8% away generally, but the way we've legged this fridge up and the work we've done with the guys at GAH on this, we're seeing hardly any degradation whatsoever, which is super positive. 12 volt battery, 12 volt fridge straight into the 12 volt power system, so you're not using any of the 400 volt power, which we've done on a number of previous vehicles, which quite happy to discuss with you through our Pro Green solution. But one of the biggest challenges for this type of vehicle in last mile delivery is how you get minus temperatures. And when I mean minus temperatures, something that will actually hold ice cream. So we're really proud of what this vehicle's able to achieve. And of course, with 650 kilos of payload, there's some bigger vans that can't give that kind of return. So when you're looking at something like this as well, as we've proven, total cost of ownership model by using it in London and places like that gives a really great return on this. And I actually think for those that are interested, and of course I hope there are many, this vehicle is available for demonstration purposes and of course for rental, but we'd love to get more involved in how we can talk you through that. There we go, out in the traffic, and there's busy old day in Stoke, but I guess this time of the day it's pretty busy everywhere. One thing I will give the eDeliver 3 is its exceptional turning circle. The steering's very light. It's for all its looks and so it just is a great vehicle to drive. Really pleased with it, and we've had some great success with this. We've got quite a number of these things in our fleet now, not in this specification, but in a number of others, and it's doing really well. It's doing really well. The return on the mileage, the way it operates, the way it drives, I'm very pleased with it. Really pleased with it. This isn't even fully charged, and one of the interesting things here, it's showing on the dashboard 165 miles of range, and it's not fully charged. So as I say, 145 miles with a fridge on it. Yeah, we're pleased, really pleased. So again, don't be fooled by the size of this van. This van, not only has it got a decent range, but on high speed charging, 50 kilowatts and up, certainly 50 kilowatts, from 10 to 80% in about 40 minutes. 50 kilowatt battery, so it's right up there with some of the big punchier vehicles, and certainly that's what gives it its pedigree. And I have to say as well, driving it round town, and I've driven quite a lot of these over the years, and to be fair, I never get tired of driving electric vehicles in whatever format they come in. But this doesn't have really any negatives, apart from the really rubbishy radio, which, to be perfectly honest with you, they need to do something about in the newer editions. But the eDeliver 7's out really soon, which is going to be a significantly interesting vehicle to work with as well, and we're looking forward to adopting some of those into our fleet as we move forward. But of course, we're going to be trying to do different things with them. I think that the challenge with EV, I suppose, in a lot of subjects is not just a standard van now as a BAU. What's really interesting is how you can make these vehicles into something that really means it spreads itself across quite a number of different industries, and whether that's temperature control or whatever, it's interesting to see how we can make these things happen. And for that, I'm extremely grateful for the patience with the guys at Solomon's, the guys at GH, and certainly the guys at Maxus have been really accommodating when I come up with these, we're going to do this, boys, we're going to do that, boys, and they go, yeah, here he comes again, I guess. But they never certainly go, they don't roll their eyes or pull their faces, but certainly I'm super pumped with this. It really is, what a great bit of kit. But something that's capable of minus 20, on something like this, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And we've actually managed to get 2 or 3 cubic meters more than the van that's been converted into a frozen, which we've also done, and we've also managed to gain 50 kilos of payload. So it's not just about just creating something slightly different. So great space, great temperature, class leading range when it comes to this. Drives really well. You have to whistle to yourself a bit because the radio's really pants. But I have to say, it's a nice, modern, fresh vehicle built for an extremely interesting audience, and we've been delighted to do that. I guess from my perspective too, one of the things that we love talking about in Pro Green is our ESG credential CSR. This sits right in there, and the fact that we can use the body and the equipment, just unbolt it and stick it onto the next chassis, I think has been a real game changer for us too. No pipes, no wires, just straight on, straight off as a sealed unit. And of course that gives you many opportunities for trailers, for storage, for all of those good things, and which you don't see with modern vehicles. They try and make everything far too complicated, and this is a modern vehicle of 2023. That's the least complicated vehicle that you'll ever see. So that's where we are with this. We're going to take it for a run, and we'll see you again soon. So we're back, been out and around, have a good look at something which again for me I think is pretty special, and I'm really honoured to be in a situation where I can not only talk about one of my favourite topics, which is electric vehicles, but also show people the work that Prohire and Pro Green are doing in developing some of the new pieces of work that we're doing. Now of course, the next time you see this vehicle will be at the ITT HUB, hopefully, with our new conversational offering. While we've got it, let's have a look at this. This is where we open it up for charging. Let's take that out, and Go for that, unlock it, and this should in fact open. Yep. And from there you can see it's got 7 kilowatt charging, and it's got 50 kilowatt DC or DC charging, so it'll take up to 90 kilowatts of power. So of course 52 kilowatt battery, if you are pushing 80 kilowatts to it, you can see how quickly you can charge that vehicle. I have to say, for me, you know, great job all round. I absolutely love this little vehicle. I think it's one of the best bits of kit from a temperature control perspective that I've seen in a long time. And since I've been doing this for the amount of time that I've been doing it for, it is a great piece of work for what you want to do. A real great workhorse. It will do a lot of things for you, and it will do everything it says on the tin. You know, it will go out every day. Great return. 25,000 miles a year, you're going to save around £200 a month on fuel based on current costings. Bring it into London, you're going to save around £300 a month on congestion charging. All of a sudden you can wrap in £500 or so, or £600 worth of cost saving into a van like this. That gives you urban delivery, you know, a really strong credential of over 140 miles, 8 or 9 hours of driving, multi-drop, frozen, 600 kilos of payload. I mean, what's not to love? Full details available on our website, of course, but also if you want to talk to the Pro Green team, this vehicle is available on contract hire or rental. And of course, we can help you construct and build your own roadmap to zero as you so wish. Love talking about this stuff. Thank you for watching. From my perspective, it's been a pleasure as always to look at new vehicles. If you do like what we do, please subscribe. We'd love you to do that. If you want us to look at something in particular that you're keen to see, let us have a look at that. We've got some great stuff coming down the pipe as well. I'd love to talk about this stuff for hours. If you want to listen to me dwelling on from a Pro Green perspective later on, just give us a shout and we'll come and talk to you about all the things that we do. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. It's pouring down.